experts, again, including the report that you commissioned, talk about some of the sort of economic issues that, if you like, contribute, not necessarily at the foundational issues, but contribute to making it difficult. On those particular matters of sort of poverty, lack of education, lack of health care, are you looking to tackle underlying issues or not? Or
yeah, of course, because I just got some tribute, Mr. President. We traveled together to ONGA, United Nations General Assembly, and I happened to meet with the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, and I already submitted my proposals and my requests to them, and she is willing to help the state, particularly on the issue of the poverty level of the state and some, investors that can be able to come and invest in the state, which she now invited me to come separately after the ONGA to come and met with about 6 agencies so that we can discuss the issue and to see how she can be able to help us in this. And from there, I proceed to Turkey, which I met about 20 companies, which they are ready to come to the state and invest in so many capacity. And we signed MOU with them, which I'm trying day and night to make sure that people should understand what we have. The Zamfara State have a lot of potentials in the local. Zamfara is richer than most of the countries in the world, but because we are underreported, so nobody knows what is happening in Zamfara State, but we are trying to make people understand that this is what we have in Zamfara State. That's why I embark on construction of cargo airport and international airport, which are almost now about 50 to 60% completion of this cargo airport, so that we can attract investors to come to the state to invest, so that at least we can reduce the level of the poverty that we have.
It must be a delicate balancing act, getting investors to come to a place which, by your admission, is facing a bit of insecurity. If you've got 400 people armed attacking communities, how are you performing that balancing act?
Yeah,
how do you convince
like the
people?
issue, is about reporting the issue of insecurity. Now you are in Zamfara State for how many days? You travel to Ankara. Is anything happens to you?
No.
You
But
travel
by
to
the same
Corona
token, there are
Let me
places
tell
I
you,
want to
it is
go
our
to that
people.
No,
the
but
same thing.
Our
people
Excellency,
are,
with all due respect, there are places I want to go to that I've been told I can't go to.
No, but
That's
maybe
number one. And
where?
then,
Like where?
like Zurmi, like Shinkafi.
Zurmi, just yesterday, someone called me about 10 o'clock that he is leaving Zurmi to come and he met me around 12 o'clock in my house. So this is about reporting, and most of our people are not helping the state. It is our own people who are underrating our state, who are repenting our state bad, and the same people of the Zamfara State doesn't want the state to develop. The issue of security. Let me tell you, my sister, it's not Zamfara State only having this issue of insecurity. Now, if you go to Anambra State, how many companies are operating in Anambra State? What is happening in Anambra State? Now you cannot travel to go to Inewi in Anambra State. You understand? Because of the challenges that they have. Are you telling me that investors are not still there in Anambra State? They are there. Have you had their people reporting bad about their state? They are not. We have the same problem in Kaduna. We have the same problem in Niger. We have the same problem. But have you seen the people of Sokoto, Kaduna, Katsina reporting bad?
I think the reporting is taking place.
They are not. But their people are not. But because most of our people, they are ignorant. Most of our people, they are just, sadists. So they are always reporting negative about their state, which is very terrible. You are a son and soil of this state. Whether you like it or not, this is your state. And all what you are going to do is to give your own quota to contribute, to see how you can be able to make the state to be improved, to move this state forward. That is the responsibility that we expect you people to do. I'm a listening leader. If you have anything, call me, Mr. Governor, this is what is happening. Please, can we hear what is happening from you? But not just people to go to the pages of newspaper, to a television screen.
People not talking about the problems they have? Is that what you are suggesting?
What?
Because I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Because people are getting killed, they're getting kidnapped, homes are getting burnt, I've seen with my own
Now, okay,
eyes.
the hope that are getting born,
Yes.
it can happen anywhere.
Is what
For
you
example,
are saying. So you're saying
let me tell
Zamfara
you,
is not special.
I want to take you to one point. It has been taken some places, like just of recent, what happened to Sabon Birni in Sokoto State? What happened? Do you know what happened in Sabon Birni, where army officers were killed? About 17 army officers were killed in Sabon Birni. Have you ever heard Wamoko, the former governor of Sokoto State, making unprecedented comment about what is happening in Sokoto State? He's not. Because he's a good leader, he's a leader. But our own leader are the one making provocative words, repenting their state black. So it's not, we are not saying that the Zamfara State doesn't have the issue of insecurity. We have. But some of these issues were over-reported.
Some say underreported.
How? It is over-reported. Let me tell you, how many people say they were killed when you went to Korea?
50.
Go and check the newspapers. They say 29 people were killed. Go and check. I saw it when I was in Turkey. That 29 people were killed in Korea. But you as an investigative journalist, you went there by yourself. How many people say? Something
15.
happened. I saw
They
you
said
with
15.
Jargaba from DW. I saw you together with him. Ask him. People reported that 40 people were killed in Shinkafi. Ask him, when he went to Shinkafi by himself, how many people he told you that were killed in Shinkafi? 5 people were killed. But on the newspaper, I was in US with Mr. President, they said 40 people, BBC reported 40 people were killed. We have an episode that took place in Ansado, where 5 people were kidnapped. A reporter was called to make announcement that 50 people were kidnapped in Ansado.
Who called him?
Somebody, you ask him. He's together with you. We want people to go and see by themselves. But please, you shall be reasonable. You shall have a balanced story, and you shall report what was exactly happened.
So if I were to say to you, based on my assessment, I think Zamfara, along with other northwestern states, not just Zamfara, but Kaduna as well, and Katsina, and to a certain extent, parts of Sokoto and Kebbi are at war. You would dispute that?
Of course, we are at war because we are fighting. Like Zamfara is a theater center, and this is the control where the army are going to most of these states fighting this bandit, and you heard why bandits are running away from Zamfara to the neighboring state. We are fighting them, actually, yeah. No dispute about that. We are fighting them day and night. Even yesterday, we have a major operation in Shankapi, in Pakai, where 3G is. We have major operation there. So we are fighting them. We are not relenting with our responsibility. We are working. So all we need from you is to pray for the state, is pray for our security, pray for the government, so that we succeeded more of what we expect to us to succeed.